Hey there YouTube, it's Elizabeth. In this video I have a lot of things planned. I get a new plant in the mail, so you'll see that. I get a new plant stand, so I'll be putting that together and moving some plant stands around. And I also have a new grow light setup that I'll be rearranging and moving some things around there. So come along with me as I do some planty chores. I got a package, and I'm not the only one who's excited. Newman wants to see what it is. It's a plant, obviously. It's my Epipremnum Pinnatum marble. It's a big box. There's my hand for reference. Let me put my camera up on a tripod and we will open it together. All right, got my scissors. Let's open her up. I bought this plant off of Etsy, which is where I buy a lot of my plants. They just have such a big selection, and there's sellers from everywhere. I'm assuming from all over the world, but I tend to buy from sellers who live near me, and that's really nice. You can just pick from whoever lives nearest to you, and that way the plant doesn't have to travel as far to get to you. The temperatures have been pretty warm recently. I'm talking in like the mid-90s. So I'm hoping this plant has been okay in its little box. Now, I do like to talk prices on my channel. I don't like to keep you guys in the dark. I do think it's important in our hobby that we share, well, for me anyway, to share prices, and that way we can kind of know where pricing trends come and go, and what the pricing of certain plants are in different areas of the world. And I don't know, just for me it's important. I know a lot of people don't really like to share pricing. You know, it can be personal, but I don't mind. Obviously, I'm not going to get into my personal finances or anything, but anyway, the price of this plant was, I think, $38 plus shipping plus tax. It was close to $50. It might have been like $48. And it is an uncommon plant, so I was expecting to pay a little bit more for it, but Let's just get it open. Come on, quit talking. I don't have a moss pole made yet, so I won't be putting it up on a moss pole this second, but that's what I have planned for it. It might actually be in a pot, and so I won't have to do anything with it for, actually, let's see, until Saturday, because I have Saturday off, and that'll be a good day for me to do some plant chores. Ooh, this might get messy. Let me do it over the box. Ooh, here we go. Aww. Look. Okay, there's a little bit damaged. But oh my gosh, the variegation on it is stunning. Wow. And it's got fenestrations already. Let me take this tape off. It's definitely very well packaged. I've had other plants not be this well packaged, so I am glad to see that they took a lot of care into using plenty of packing material and making sure that the plant wasn't going to move around in the box. That's nice to see. But yeah, it's kind of a chore to unpack here. I just want to see it in all its glory, and it's taking me a long time. All right, here we go. So it's in some pretty coarse potting medium, which I like. And it's just the one growth point. I'm trying to see like where the new leaf is going to come out from. Okay, from there. So yeah, there is some browning, some damage on there. This leaf in particular, trying to focus on me. But that's okay. This Epipremnums, in my experience anyway, are pretty easygoing and pretty hardy. So hopefully it'll bounce back. But ooh, I can't wait until this grows out and becomes a big plant. It's going to be amazing. I want to show you what the catalyst for buying this was. Come with me. So I have an Epipremnum pinnatum variegated one, and it's doing very well. I bought it off of Etsy. It had problems when I first got it. It had this kind of sad looking leaf emerge, but I just attribute that to like the shipping stress. But since then it's given me two gorgeous leaves, that one and this one, and they are getting bigger and bigger, and then there's a new one emerging. So that plant is doing really well. But then the real catalyst is my other Epipremnum pinnatum. Over here, this plant right here, I put it up on a moss pole maybe like 6 months ago or so, and it didn't do so well just right at the start because of the stress of being in a new potting medium, and because I was messing around with the vines and putting it up on a moss pole. It didn't really like that at first, but almost immediately it started giving me bigger and bigger and bigger leaves. And just last week, it gave me a fenestrated leaf. Check that out. I was just absolutely over the moon when I saw that emerging. For me, it just gives jungly vibes, which I love. And so with the emergence of this leaf, I knew I wanted more Epipremnums, and so that's why I bought the marbled one. And I want to show you, this is the newest leaf on the same plant as this one, and there's not one, but there are two fenestrations. It's going to be hard to see, but I'll definitely show you once it unfurls. But there's actually two fenestrations on there, which I'm so excited about. So yeah, that is kind of what started the want for a new plant. So for now, I think I'm just going to put this new plant, let's just put it by the window. Come with me, because you haven't had any light in quite a while. So I'm going to put you, I'm hesitating putting you up here because these plants have had thrips, but I checked them recently and they haven't had thrips. So I think you're safe to go up here. There, tuck them in by the window. And that's that. My little Epipremnum pinnatum marble. So cute. So I bought some more plant stands to put in my living room, and I didn't think I had any more room, but I kind of found some more room. Hi, Newman. Newman likes these boxes that they come in. I have another box right here that he just likes to sit in. But yeah, I like to keep my plants in my living room because it's where I spend the most time that I'm awake. And, you know, I like to look at them and watch them grow and etc. So yeah, I like to keep them in my living room. And these are the plant stands that I like to buy. I get them on Amazon. You just do a search for plant stands and it's a popular one that comes up. And what I like about them is the slatted tops. because the cats have a hard time getting up here and like staying up here. They can get up here, but they don't like to. And it really deters them from getting up here and investigating the plants. So I like these stands. I have them all around the living room. There's a whole bunch here. There's some over here. And then I just have a small bi-level plant stand right here. So they're all around my living room. And I didn't think I had any more room. But hey, what's this? More room. So I bought another set of plant stands, and I'm going to squeeze in, there's a tri-level plant stand that I can squeeze in right here, I think. And it's by the window, and it'll have a grow light on it also. So that's what I'm going to put together. I'm going to put my new Epipremnum Pinnatum marble on it for one, and then 2 and 3 are going to be this plant and this plant, the 2 moss poles right there. So this is a philodendron silver sword. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see with the backlight, but I'll tell you what they are. This is a philodendron silver sword, and this is a philodendron Perezo Verde. And I was going to sell them, but I've decided against it for 2 different reasons, actually. The reason I'm not going to sell my silver sword is because it keeps getting thrips, and I can't sell a plant that has thrips in good conscience. And I don't know how long without thrips this plant needs to be before I can sell it. I'm thinking maybe like 3 months, but that just seems like such a long time to be without thrips. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but I bought this plant kind of on a whim. I saw it, I liked it, I bought it, and I'm not really in love with it anymore. It's reverted back to a juvenile form. Like, it has this big beautiful leaf on here, and it's the only one that's left. It's where it gets its name, Silver Sword. It's you know, sword shaped. And then it has these juvenile leaves that are more round, oval shaped. But yeah, I'm just not in love with it anymore, and I have it up high. It's not at eye level, and I don't appreciate it like I do my other plants that are at eye level. So that's why I want to sell this, but I'm not going to, because it keeps getting thrips, and I can't in good conscience sell a plant that keeps getting thrips. My Perezo Verde, on the other hand, so this plant, let me actually take this one down so you can see it better. Okay, now you can see it better. So this is my Perezo Verde, and it's the same story. I bought it on a whim. I saw it. It had a beautiful variegated leaf that I fell in love with, and I looked at the price tag thinking it was going to be an expensive plant, because a lot of variegated plants are. And it was $20-something, and I went, oh my gosh, you're coming home with me. The variegation on this plant, it's not a white on green variegation. It's more of a light green and dark green mottled splotchy variegation. It's really neat and kind of, you know, jungly looking. So I saw it had that one beautiful leaf. I brought it home, and before I could even pot it up, the cats got to it. That leaf came off. I had to throw it away, and since then I haven't gotten any variegated leaves, and I thought it wasn't getting enough light. The leaf size was getting smaller and smaller as well. And so I kind of moved it up into that north-facing window, and just because I didn't really care about it too much. And I thought, if it's not getting enough light where it is, because it was under a grow light, and it's not giving me any variegated leaves, then I'll just put it in my north-facing window, and I'll just sell it eventually. Well, the other day, this leaf was unfurling, and I slowly unfurled it to look for thrips, and you guys, it's variegated. Check it out. Isn't that beautiful? It's that splotchy light green. Sorry, my dog is eating boxes. Hey, Chico. Hey, Chico. I know you're hungry, but I feed you real food. You don't need to eat that. Okay, we'll just have to ignore that. Back to the plants. It's that light green and dark green, beautiful splotchy variegation. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm selling this plant now. And the new leaf is bigger than the previous leaf. And I'm back in love with this plant. So anyway, those are the plants that are going to be going on the plant shelf. Let me just go ahead and put the plant shelves together. I am pretty good at putting these plant shelves together now. I've done it quite a few times. So let me set up this camera on a tripod and I will go ahead and do that. All right, commence the plant stand assembly. What I bought actually has two parts to it. It's a corner piece. Yeah. And there's like there's like a tri-level and there's a bi-level, but they're two separate parts. So I was hoping that it was in two separate bags, but it's not. It's all together. So I'm gonna have to like assemble half of it and keep the other half because I only want the tri-level one for now. And I have helpers. How great is that? Don't these look like Lincoln logs? Do you guys remember Lincoln logs? I will wear the gloves provided. I think that's a nice touch. Previous kits have come with a little mallet as well, so I hope I find the mallet. Oh, good. Got the mallet. Here you go, kitties. You can play in this box. And I found the instructions. See me. Ta-da! All done. Okay, I hope this fits. No, I'm gonna have to scoot the plant stand over, the big one, just like an inch or two. There. There's a lot of wires back here. Let me just kind of mess with that for a bit. Okay, check it out. There it is. Okay, now let's put these plants down a level. Like that. And like that. And then I'll get a grow light. Actually, I have one. Okay, I had to empty my memory card, but I got a grow light, so I'm going to set it up for my silver sword and my Preso Verde. Uh-oh. Why are we not turning on? Oh, there. Ooh, that's... I was worried there for a second. Okay. I like that. So, I don't know what's brighter. Oh, you can't see me. I don't know what's brighter, the north-facing window or the grow light, because the grow lights aren't the best grow lights in the world. They're the cheap Amazon grow lights, and the north-facing window is north-facing, so it doesn't get bright indirect light. It gets like medium indirect light. And so I have the Preso Verde in mind, and that variegated leaf that I was talking about earlier. It only gave me that variegated leaf when it was in the north-facing window. But now that it is variegated, I'm wondering if it will continue to throw out variegated leaves, even if it's under the grow light. So I'm going to keep it under the grow light just because it's at eye level and I can keep an eye on it, and I can keep an eye on it for thrips and spider mites, and I can really enjoy it more. I can see it growing. Yeah, I like to have it at my eyes level. So I'm going to keep it under a grow light, and if the next leaf comes out variegated, then I know it's okay. If it does not come out variegated, then I will move it back to the window. So anyway, that's the setup. What do you guys think? I like it. Kind of a lot of grow lights to look at, but I find that my eye kind of ignores them once I get used to their placement. So I'm happy with it. Yeah. So I found thrips on my philodendron white princess propagations, and so I sprayed it with an insecticidal soap. It's a new product that I am trying out. Let me show it to you. So this is what it looks like. I get it at Lowe's. It's from Garden Safe insecticidal soap, insect killer. It says it's good for thrips, and yeah, I got it for $10, and so far it's been working pretty well. In the past, I was trying from the same brand a neem oil solution, and I went through 2 bottles of that, and that was also $10. And I found that the thrips came back pretty quickly, and I find with this, they're not coming back as quickly. I don't know if it's due to the product or if it's just normal this time of year, but I've been pretty happy with this. So yeah, again, I get it at Lowe's, and yeah, I'm going to keep using it. I've been pretty happy with it. I have another new product. It's a fertilizer, and it's the stuff Sydney Plant Guy talks about on his channel. It's from Growth Technology. It's called Foliage Focus. It's from Australia, so it's kind of pricey, and for the longest time, I was just using this fertilizer. I have it in a baggie because the original packaging kind of disintegrated, but this is just an orchid fertilizer, and I didn't want to have multiple fertilizers under the sink. I have a small house and I don't have a lot of storage space, especially under the sink, and I just didn't want lots of plant products in my house, and so I was just using an orchid fertilizer for everything, and I have a lot of aeroids, and I was using the orchid fertilizer for them. And so yeah, I was watching Sydney Plant Guy, and he was just, you know, he goes on and on about his GT Foliage Focus, and I kind of bought into it, and I bought it. I used his code. I saved $3 whole. So it was $30 on the GT website, and that's the American website, minus the $3 from using his code, plus $10 shipping, which I feel like is kind of a lot. So I ended up paying $37 for a liter of fertilizer, which Is kind of a lot, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. From what Sydney Plant Guy says about it, I feel like it's a good product, and seeing his plants and how amazing his plants look. And I know his plants get so much more light than mine do, and they're a lot more established, and he's had them for a lot longer than mine. And so they're gonna look bigger and better anyway. Oh, hi, cat. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna try it, and if I like it, I might keep buying it. If I don't like it, I'll try and find something cheaper. I'm definitely like a thrifty type person, and so buying this is a little bit out of the ordinary for me. But anyway, I thought I would just share with you those two products that are new, and I will, if I'm happy with them, I'll let you know as I continue to use them. So today's a Saturday, and that means it's plant chore day, and today I have a special project that I'm going to do. So this is one of my walls of poles, and on the left here I have a shelf that I have my grow lights clipped to. So there's the little clip, and there's 1, 2, 3 grow lights. And I really like this setup, and I've even noticed an increase in leaf size since putting my grow lights up clipped to this shelf. So I want to do the same thing to this side. I want to put another shelf up here and clip this 2-headed grow light up onto the shelf and have it point down onto my Monstera deliciosa and my Epipremnum Pinnatum Baltic Blue. Because right now, you can see the grow lights are clipped down to the plant stand, and they're just not able to reach to the tops of the plants, and I want them to kind of shine down from above, because in nature that's how the sun shines, you know, from above, and that's how I want my grow lights to shine. So I went to Lowe's. I bought a matching shelf. It's down here on the table with a cat on it, right, Newman? So it was $19 for the shelf. And what I'm going to do, and I put some thought behind this, is I'm gonna match it up so that it's even with this shelf. I was thinking it would be easiest to stagger the shelf, that way it wouldn't have to be perfectly even. If I stagger it and I put it higher, then the grow lights wouldn't be able to reach down, and if I put it lower, then it would get in the way of the poles. So I'm just going to have to do some extra work and make sure that it's perfectly even. I'm going to get my level out. I'm going to actually take this one down and make sure, well, I don't know if I have to take it down, we'll see, but I want to make sure that the holes in the wall line up with the holes that I make in the wall. So that's going to be this Saturday's project. It's hot outside. I have the air conditioning off because it's noisy. I just have a window unit and it's right here in the living room, so it's noisy. But I'm doing it for the YouTube. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, first thing I want to do is just move all the plants out of the way. So I have my coffee table here, and of course I just watered them, so I'm going to be making a mess, but it is what it is. So let's just move all the plants. Watch out, Newman. I have my thermometer here. It is, can you see that? It is 78 degrees and 79% humidity. That is amazing. So it is like a tropical paradise in here for my plants. It's a little warm for me, but you know, at least my plants are happy. All right, now we can start moving the plant stands out of the way. Let me just keep this one where it is for now, and hopefully I won't have to move it. That would be nice if I don't have to move it. Okay, now for the plant shelf itself. Yeah, I think I can get away without moving the other plant stand. This should be good. Okay, let's talk about the actual shelf. Let me get some scissors and open her up. So there's the top of the shelf. There's the instructions. We've got the little brackets. There's the other one. And a couple of screws and a couple of wall anchors. So let me get a ruler. I think I won't have to take down the other shelf if I just like measure the distance here, and then I can measure from the top of the other shelf over and just go down this distance and drill a hole in that location on the wall. And with a little bit of luck, I should be okay. Okay, I've got my level. I'm gonna start putting some marks on the wall. Okay. Well, first of all, I want it to be the same distance from the edge of the wall. So let me measure in however far it is. So that's 4.5. And then I think these are 18 inches apart, if I remember right. Yep, I put those 18 inches apart. So we have 4 inches in and then 18 inches apart. Did I say 4 inches? Oh my gosh. 4.5. 4.5 and then 18. 4.5 and then 18. But it has to be level with the other one. So it has to be level with this minus 1 3/8. No, 1 3/16 of an inch. So here's that. All right, I've got one mark. Let me get the other mark. It should just be 18 inches to the right of the other one. Okay, got my marks. Let's put some holes in the wall. I actually need to read the instructions for this because they tell you what size drill bit to use for the wall anchors. So let me consult the instructions. I know it says, because I've done this before, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm just gonna guess. Here's a drywall anchor number 1. It is not wanting to go in. Did I hit the stud? Ooh, I just put a big hole in the wall. So my camera stopped recording, but I couldn't get the drywall anchor in because there was a stud there. I could get the other drywall anchor in, but I just put the first screw straight into the stud. So now let me get the second screw into the drywall anchor. Now let's get the brackets. So how these work is there's no connection to connect the top shelf to the brackets. Instead, there's a piece of sticky tape on top of the brackets to stick the shelf onto the brackets. So first you put the brackets on the wall and then you peel the sticky tape off and then you just put the shelf on top of the brackets and hopefully it sticks okay. So that's what we're gonna do. Good. Good. let's just put the level on there and see if we got lucky. Awesome, that looks really good. Next, we'll peel the sticky tape off. Got it peeled off. And lastly, I will put the shelf onto the brackets, making sure that it's centered. Okay. And if we're really lucky, the two shelves will be level with one another. Pretty close. It's pretty close. They're not exact, but it is close enough. Let's see how it looks. Awesome. I'm really happy with that. I see my battery's about to die now, so let me charge up my battery and we will put all the plants back, the plant stands back, and most importantly, the grow lights. Alright, while my battery was charging, I went ahead and cleaned on the floor underneath the plant stands because water drips back there and there was dust from the drywall. So I went ahead and cleaned, and now it's time to put everything back and to hang the lights up on the new shelf. Okay, Monstera Deliciosa. And you get a grow light. And Epipremnum Pinnatum Baltic Blue. Oh, this will be so much better. That's so much better than how it was. I love it. So glad I did that. All right, let's put the rest of these back. I did unfortunately have one casualty. This is why I don't keep my plants on the ground. It's my obliqua, unfortunately. My dog chewed on it. So now there's little bite marks on the leaves, and there weren't even that many leaves to begin with, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, not good. All right, let me stand back and take a look. I'm super happy with that. I really like it. I was intending to put my new Epipremnum Pinnatum marble up on a moss pole, but right now I just have it in the window and it didn't do that well in the shipping process, so I'm just going to kind of let it sit for now and put it up on a moss pole in a different video. So you'll have to wait. If you wanted to see that, I'm sorry, you'll have to wait. I just feel better waiting on that plant instead of right away messing with it and messing with the roots and putting it in a new substrate right away if it's not that happy. So I hope you understand. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.